Hello everyone, you join me in an older version of Kerbal Space Program today, version 1.5.1. I had to downgrade my install, so none of my visual mods are working anymore because they're obviously tailored for a newer version of Kerbal Space Program. But the reason I've downgraded for today's video is because the mod I want to showcase only works in this older version of the game. And I believe this to be the most cursed mod that's ever been created, I guess just in general, not just in KSP, just any mod ever. This has got to be among the most cursed. This is what I mean. This is what it is. We're going to go to the tracking station. Kerbin looks fine, doesn't it? But the Mun is has been replaced with Scott Münley. Yes, this this is the infamous Scott Münley mod. A lot of people know Scott Münley as like a meme, but don't necessarily realize that it's like a real mod that someone actually made at one point in time. And well, this is it here. I've literally just installed it and hit record, and I'm seeing it really for the first time as well. And I have to see it up close. I've never seen the Scott Münley up close before. I've only ever seen it in the memes. So join me today as we head to the Mun to and bear witness to the horror / incredibleness of this amazing mod. I'm just gonna eyeball this. Hopefully this works. I'm doing the whole live commentary thing just because I kind of want to capture my raw reactions to this godforsaken mod that I have chosen to install for reasons that I'm increasingly questioning at this point. I'll probably make it a little bit overkill just so I don't accidentally run out of fuel and have to jeopardize this whole live commentary thing. Oh yeah, because this is an old version of the game, we have the old style Poodle engine, among other old style parts as well. Let's not forget the batteries. Just stick a couple of small ones, don't need to be very big, so we'll bring some solar panels as well. And then let's just build the lander. So we'll attach it to the Poodle engine via a clampetron. There we are. Get rid of that shroud. And we'll use, oh yeah, it's the old lander can as well. Isn't that nice? I decided to use the retro Lowne Aerospace logo, you know, from the ancient times of 2018, rather than my more recent design, because again, you know, it's a little bit of a blast to the past, but like a horrible, messed up alternate history version of the past. And oh yeah, it'll be the old style payload bay as well. That's cool. So I think that the Scott Münley mod, and I could be wrong about this, it has like custom science experiments, like, you know, the text you get when you do a science experiment. There's like custom descriptions for the Scott Münley mod. I don't know if that's true actually, but I think I might have heard that somewhere. So let's go ahead and just bring some science experiments anyway. We are playing on a science save, so we can do some science, and we'll just stick, I don't know, any old fuel tank. That will do. And a Terrier engine will probably be enough. I'm actually also making the very bold assumption that Scott Münley is just basically a reskin of the Mun. Like, obviously there's been some rather extreme terraforming, like he's got a big nose and some giant headphones on. But I'm assuming that the actual Delta V requirements are basically still the same as they would be if it was a Mun mission. This is actually a bit overkill for a Mun lander, to be honest, but I think that's probably a good thing. I don't know what the terrain is going to be like. It'll be nice to have a bit of wiggle room in case we need to abort a landing at a given site if there's any unexpected, you know, terrain hazards. And we'll make a 3.75 meter diameter first stage. Let's just make sure the battery and the solar panels are included, which they aren't. Let's just drag that down. There we go. Oh, need some electrical stuff for the lander as well before we forget. Let's quickly, I don't know, whack a battery on the side then, I guess. It's a bit hard when I've got the fairing in place. Let's just stick it there. Great. We don't really need solar panels, but let's just put some on anyway. Some there and some there. Great. Cool. Oh, and we should probably put some lights on too. Probably should have done all of this before I encased the entire thing in a fairing, but you live and learn, don't you? Right, and there we are. There's the upper stage of the rocket. Put on clamshell display. Deploy with 3 sides. Then we'll just build. Don't know. What should we do? Let's put that fuel tank there. Use the. Where is it? There it is. That one there. And then we'll whack on a decoupler and stick on a big fuel tank. Where is it? There it is. That's probably enough, to be honest. It's a pretty light rocket overall, so I think a mammoth engine would be very much overkill. So we'll use 3 vectors instead. That's probably... I'm sort of guessing, but I think that will probably be enough. So triple, and then the vector, 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 vector. There they are. I'll drop that gimbal down. And that's it. I think this rocket will have what it takes to get to the Mun. Let's just stick some launch clamps on. Jobs are done. Right, and then we'll just quickly sort out our staging. That's probably fine, isn't it? Does it still have monopropellant in this version of the game? Yes, it does. So we'll stick some RCS thrusters on. Not that we particularly need them, but, you know. May as well. Cool. And we have our crew. Yep, we do. I think that's everything. No, it's not. We need to quickly sort out our launch escape system staging. I'm not going to bother doing the action group for the launch escape system because can't be bothered. And we don't... I would just use revert flight if I ever need to do that. And let's see, we'll just set some solar panel action group. Toggle our doors with action group 6. 0 can be the ladder. 1 can be do all the science experiments. We can just do those manually, can't we? It adds a bit more fun. And there we are. Oh, and let's call it the Scott Münley Explorer. There we are. I guess it's Scott Münley, isn't it? Because it's got the umlaut. And here we are on the launch pad. I have installed Kerbal Engineer Redux. I had to find a version that was compatible with this save file, just so you guys can see a bit more about what's happening with the craft. Because obviously in this version of the game, we don't have Delta V readouts along here, and we don't have the little thing that shows your apoapsis and all that down here. So I thought it'd be good, useful for you guys to see everything up here, and it makes it easier for me to fly as well. I'm going to keep on tabbing in and out of the map screen. There it is, which is what you'd have to do if you don't have these readouts. I think it just makes it a nicer video if I don't have to keep doing that. Here we go. Let's launch. And we are off. I think I got the thrust-to-weight ratio pretty good there, didn't I? We'll just quickly turn my headphones down a little bit. Just being deafened a bit. There we are. I'm probably going to just play the launch sequence in time-lapse now. So, yeah, it'll be time-lapse for you guys. I'm actually still flying it in real time, so this is going to be a really weird bit of commentary to listen to. I'm probably just going to shut up now and let Future Matt take over. Thanks, Matt. Hello, everyone. It's Future Matt here, as in, it's still... For you guys, I'm still the past Matt, like I'm editing the video. But in the context of, you know, what you just heard, I am indeed living in the future. My jetpack is currently set to arrive in a couple of days. Got to go fill up my flying car with petrol a bit later on. Really got a lot of stuff on today, so hopefully this bit of the video won't be too drawn out. I'm just going to play the footage back fairly quickly, just because I know you guys, I know why you guys are here. You want to see the cursed Scott Münley. I'm not going to do what I did for the build time-lapse in this video every single time from now, where I just built the rocket in real time. But I think sometimes, occasionally, like maybe once a year, it's more fun to kind of show a real-time build process, and you can hear me talk about it as I'm building it, just in case it adds a bit more insight. I don't know. Here's something that was fun. I completely messed this up. Basically, my plan was to get into a suborbital trajectory using that, lower stage. But then I ran out of fuel before my apoapsis, got past the Kármán line. So then I had to reconfigure the vessel while still in the upper atmosphere. And then I was too slow and the lander started spinning. And then it doesn't have a probe course. I had to get Jebediah out on EVA, get him into the lander can to control it, to get it under control and stop the spin. And it was just a nightmare overall, to be honest. But as you can see, it all worked out in the end. And I think that's kind of the slower part of the video, the Kerbin ascent and the reconfiguration all concluded. So in just a second, I'll be handing you back to Real-Time Matt. Goodbye from me, Future Matt. I wonder what Real-Time Matt is currently experiencing right now. Let's travel back in time and find out. That was a terrible handover. There it is. Oh yes, this is live commentary again. Hopefully I was able to transition to live easily. Apologies, I'm sure Future Matt has covered this in the whole farce that was the docking reconfiguration of the ship. I ran out of fuel in that lower stage a bit earlier than I anticipated. And so then I had to quickly reconfigure the ship while still in the atmosphere, and I sort of rushed, and it was a whole thing. I've probably talked about it now in the commentary, so I'm adding basically nothing of value. Let's get to the topic at hand, which is, and I made this maneuver node in the wrong place, but let's get to Scott The Scott Münley. Let's have a look at it on the map screen. Oh, this could be an interesting challenge because that horrible nose is a very tall. Like, Scott, I love you. I'm not. Don't take this as a slight against yourself. This is your likeness in Kerbal Space Program I'm talking about. Yeah, that nose is going to present a bit of a challenge. We're probably going to have quite a high orbit around the Scott Münley in order to avoid a nasal strike. I've done a horrible job making this maneuver. Let's just make another one in the right place would be helpful. It's usually about 45 degrees away from where you want to go. Right. I can't get an equatorial orbit. This is the problem with me doing live commentary. I actually suck at multitasking so much. I can't even get a mud encounter properly. I want to be somewhat equatorial. For God's sake, why can't I do this? I do this all the time. How can I not get one now? Am I just in a really tilted orbit around Kerbin? No. Why can't I get an equatorial orbit around the Mun? This is terrible. This is hugely embarrassing. Let's just, there we are. Yeah, fine, great. My brain has switched on. I remembered what you're supposed to do. Oh, yeah, that nose is definitely going to put us at some risk. Probably a fun place to try and land. Let's try and land right between his eyes, shall we? Right, after that whole debacle, let's just, hopefully the rest of this mission goes smoothly. There's a lot of, like I said, this is a cursed mod. This is what I hate about vanilla installs of KSP. All of my nice quality of life mods, like better time warp, which let me time warp. I don't have to listen to the nanny state of the game. Like, no, you can't time warp that low. Yes, I can. I'm good at this game. After obviously just demonstrating that I'm probably not. If I couldn't get a Mun encounter very easily, but regardless, yeah, there are mods that let you override this sort of thing. I think you can just do it with text editors as well with the game files. Oh, it's horrible. I don't like it. Oh my god, I wasn't even looking at the burn time indicator. That's a good start, isn't it? Let's go. Now, I don't know if this is accurate, but whatever. Cool. There we are. It's kind of a little bit of a blast to the past, really. Like, I think I said that earlier, didn't I, with these old school parts. It really does help you appreciate just how good the new parts look. Like, I have a bit of nostalgia, especially for that service bay, but really, the new ones are just so much better, aren't they? And then we are getting our encounter there. Yes. This is epic. So I'm going to keep an eye on the... Probably want 100,000, really. As the... Oh, let's see. That's probably don't want to be too much lower than that, do we? Want to avoid that nose. Although I think at the equator, on an equatorial orbit, we're probably safe, aren't we? Let's just have a little... Oh, that's probably fine. Some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Let's go. Let's time warp up. Actually, let's make a quick save, so that if I do actually hit his nose, we can just recover the vessel. Oh my god, there it is. This is the first time I've seen the Scott Münley this close in person. Oh, gosh, I hate it so much. It's so cursed. Oh, look at his eyes. Oh, his ear. And Coney, what is this, 2012? It's scary there's a big portion of my audience probably don't even understand that reference now. Time is an unstoppable force, isn't it? Or something like that. Well, there we are. Oh, my perhaps has dropped a bit. Now, I'm going to make a quick save. Is this safe? Let's have a look. Oh, let's get out physics time warp. Well, I'm orbiting the wrong way as well, which is a good start. Normally I like orbiting, with the same rotation as the... The Scott Münley orbits the wrong way, doesn't he? Well, he orbits a different direction to the Mun. That's funny. Okay, right. Let's get his face in the sunlight. There we are. So we can bask in the full glory of the Scott Münley. I think probably here is a good point to get our crew members out. So let's see. Transfer crew. We'll take Jeb. Where's Jeb? Oh, Jeb's already in the lander, isn't he? Okay, we'll take Bob with us because he's a scientist. Let's make another quick save and undock and let's go. Let's just get this thing nice and clear. And then we can switch to the lander This is an exciting moment, guys. Where are we? So he's going to rotate this way. So we probably want to be, like, basically kill off loads of our velocity, don't we? I mean, we've got so much delta V. So I aim for his eye. We'll probably end up landing somewhere on his nasal. His epicanthus. Right, let's go. Let's descend down. Oh, how's that for accuracy? Oh, in fact, actually, we're going to possibly overshoot. Probably should be watching. Oh, my God, look at the nose. Oh, it is so... Look at his eye. Oh. I'm looking forward to gathering some science from this cursed place. Let's kill off some of our surface velocity here so we can actually land on that nasal bridge. We can always try and summit the nose, couldn't we? In future, I'll do a whole series in which we just completely explore the entirety of the Scott Münley. Nobody's going to enjoy that series, are they? I'll probably make a backup of this save file just so that I always have a working Scott Münley installed. Okay, let's deploy those landing legs. We're nearly touching down. Burned through quite a lot of the fuel, actually. Part of that was because I was spending way too long looking at everything and not paying attention to where my velocity was. There we are, just about to touch down. So, oh, look at that. I've picked a pretty flat area as well, which is, not... Oh, no, never mind. I've managed to land on the one slope in this entire vicinity. Let's just try and aim a little bit more this way. You know, we want to survive the landing. This is being broadcast on Kerbal television sets everywhere. Eagerly anticipating the very first landing on the Scott Münley. And here we go. Touchdown approaches. I still have to kind of really concentrate. Like when I did my real-time Mun mission, I basically had to just move the microphone saying, guys, I'm just not going to speak now for 5 minutes whilst I do this landing. Because I'm just terrible at talking, and that's a big folly of mine when doing live streams, is I really struggle to talk and also play the game in a competent manner, as has been demonstrated by this video thus far. Landed, yes. Okay. Let's science this, baby. That was terrible. Okay, right, so let's open up this. And, we can do a quick crew report. You record the crew's assessment of the situation. And what is there? Oh, yeah, look. This is the land is different on the inside, isn't it? Have you guys ever seen the inside of this land cam? That's it there. Okay, let's get Bob out. He's the scientist after all. Ooh, and obviously some glitch has happened with the parachute there. That must just be like a conflict of like, this is like a downgraded version of like modern KSP. So I think I've still got like the DLC supposedly installed, but this version of the game came out before Breaking Ground was added. So there's probably a few conflicting things. I probably should have done a better job vanillaizing this install. Let's see. So I've observed the mystery goo from Mount knows a lot about aerospace of a Scott. What is this biome called? It's not even fitting on the Kerbal engineer readout. I observe the goo. Can we get any other observations from that? I observe the goo. Log seismic data from Mount knows a lot about aerospace of a Scott Münley. Gathered precise acceleration data while subjecting the vessel to this situation. Collect and recorded temperature. Where's the gravioli? There it is. Oh, it's just out of reach. Oh, whatever. Observe the materials. You expose the material samples to the environment at Mount knows a lot about aerospace of a Scott Münley, taking notes of how it behaves. And, casually break his neck. We can gather a, what's causing that glitch? Oh, whatever. And there we are. The first flag plant on the Scott Münley. Perfect. Let's, we can gather a surface sample? Is that a glitch? Why can't I gather a surface sample? Can I do it with Jeb? Oh, I can't. That's weird. Maybe it's just like, again, something's conflicting and the game's not responding. Let's just do a quick save and a quick load and then see if that brings back some of the UI that's apparently missing. I'm not being dumb, right? That you just right-click them and you can gather a surface sample. Yeah. It's probably not detecting them as being on the surface, even though I could plant a flag. Interesting. Well, I guess we can't gather a surface sample, but really, I think the Scott Münley is best left contained in space, and we don't want to bring any of this back with us. Maybe I shouldn't even gather that science data because it's not safe. So how much delta have we got? 1,500. Oh, do we have enough to get to the nose? Probably not. Let's just leave this cursed land and never return. So where's our? Let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of here. Because I'm mindful we need a bit more delta V if we're launching kind of in the opposite direction of the Scott Münley, sorry, rotation. So I think it's still the 90-degree vector, right? Because he's just spinning a different direction to what the Mun would spin as. Which I'm going the right way. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, obviously I just didn't do anything properly then. Let's just reverse that. Well, hang on. I was going the right way. There we are, yeah. Thought I was going the right way. I was like, I'm sure it's the 90-degree vector. I'm just being a bit slow today, guys. Just forgive me. Sorry, my Patreon supporters. I'll refund you all for this. I better just close down my channel, to be honest. Like, this is I'm never gonna top this, whatever this is. Just reach our target. Oh, where is our target? Oh, our target's miles ahead of us. So I'll leave my apoapsis there. Add a maneuver node. And let's see. We want to be in a lower orbit than the target so we can catch up to it. Yeah, we can probably force an encounter there with those purple nodes. Let's see if we can get them a bit closer. Oh, so we're using the radial vectors. We can sort of cut the corner of our orbit, so to speak, and then we can catch up to our target a bit sooner. Oh, we are going to be docking on the dark side of the Scott Münley. Not ideal, but whatever, it's fine. Can I bring them any closer? 0.5 is fine. Like, the maneuver node maker, it's only so accurate in predicting. I'm going to just widen our field of view so we can really bask in the full glory of the Scott Münley. Oh my goodness. It's terrible. Oh. Well, don't think I even need to add a commentary for this bit, do I? We can just observe it. Oh, it's awful. There we are. Let's just see how that looks. Separation. Whoop. That's 1 kilometer. So it's never that accurate, the prediction from the maneuver node. So I say just get kind of close, and then you can just fine tune it. As you approach, oh, look at that. We're going to be docking over the node. He's watching us. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm having just Scott Münley just critiquing my my docking. Let's just burn towards our target, and hopefully that's going to result in a 0 kilometer separation. Yes, it has. So we can just coast down, get out of the I'm spending too long just staring at the thing below us that I'm not paying attention to the mission. There we are. I'm going to target that. Hope this goes better than the first attempt at docking I did with this craft. It's just what a shot right there. I have no idea what I'm going to make the thumbnail for this video. It's just like, how can you summarize the pure the experience that is this mission? There we are. Yeah, not a exemplar docking, but it's fine. We'll I don't want to crash the lander into the surface of the Scott Münley. I might bring, a curse upon my family if I were to do that. So we'll just leave the lander in orbit, I think, is probably the safest thing to do for everyone. Oh my gosh. I mean, look. Why would you do this? Who made this? Okay, let's just get out of here. I feel like the longer we're spending here, the more uneasy I'm feeling. So let's just go. Let's just get away. Just reverse. There we go. Probably should have this open so you guys can see. I've not got any cheats activated or anything like that. That is actually the legit reason I try and have this visible at all times, just to kind of prove that what you're seeing is all legit. And if you want to try and recreate anything you see me doing, you kind of have all the information up here and all the information here, so it's a bit easier to troubleshoot if you're not getting the same results that I'm getting. Just a little bit of insight there with my video production process. Okay, let's go. We've made the maneuver node. We could leave this terrible, terrible place. Oh my gosh, look at the air. I mean, look at that. That would be like an interesting... That's like a mohole. I feel like there's a lot of exploration that can be done on the Scott Münley. I just did a video with Scott, actually, for the Stranded, where I rescued him from Lowne. I probably should have rescued him from Scott Münley. That would have been funny, wouldn't it? Just for one episode, the Mun suddenly disappears and becomes... well, that. See you later, Scott. Fly safe. Oh my gosh. Oh. Terrible. Can we still see it? Yeah, we can. I'm gonna make a quick save because I might just accidentally time warp into the atmosphere. And there he goes. Oh, we're in the atmosphere. I actually did the thing. There we are. Just watching it disappear over the horizon to live another day. I know we didn't recover any of the science from the lander, but I don't care. It's safer this way, I think. Well, that's it. We're re-entering. Obviously, I can't really publish... I can't put a download link to my save file because that would obviously violate a few of the terms and conditions of the mods, and also that would technically be me uploading a piratable version of Kerbal Space Program. So it was pretty easy for me to figure out. I'm not that tech literate when it comes to installing mods. You can just downgrade KSP in Steam and then just find mods for version 1.5.1, including the Scott Münley, if you wish to do this to yourself. But there we are. The parachutes have deployed. Over here somewhere, hopefully, is a scrolling list of names. They're my patrons and channel members who support this. I do hope you enjoyed. If you want your name to appear on that list, you can sign up using either the Patreon link in the description or via the card on screen. There's going to be more videos on this channel, obviously. This is an ongoing YouTube channel, right? And as always, orbit safe, Scott.